Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go. What is the plan for today? Well, we are going to do this. Not this. This. Because we got up to the point where this was the last... Like, we did parts 1 and 2 of this Tribal Chronicles. We haven't done her quest, so we're going to do her quest. And then I think there's also this aphid thing. So we were going to go... We might give this a go. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one we'll do first. Maybe we'll try the aphids first, actually. Because that one has a shorter time span. And then we'll do this. And then the general plan is to run around Natlan to do this. Specifically, if we do this quest, well, the things you need to do this quest, then we'll be on the right track. And therefore, I think if I get distracted, this is a good thing, because it'll be helping to up my exploration progress. And yeah, I mean, we have quite a bit of time to do that, so it should be all good. It should be all good. The aphid one is kind of weird. Perfect! My kind of quest. Love a good weird thing. Let's give that a go then. Because why not? We can teleport to the totem. Ooh. Well, that's kind of ominous. There's time limits. Oh well. I'm sure it'll be fine. I think we also needed to go here for Xilonen. Xilonen. I've already forgotten. Xilonen's story quest? Well, Tribal Chronicle. So, I don't know which one we're going to trigger. We could trigger either of them. But yeah, let's go over there. How do we get there? Ah, there's a bridge. Is there a bridge? Or we can just jump. It'll be fine. Oh, there's a spin crystal. And there's one of these. Let me grab those while I'm over here. Let me grab this. Another thing I discovered at the end of the last stream is, you know how we did the Archon quest and not everyone made it through? Apparently some of the people you can talk to are just no longer here. There'll be some people I'll just never get to talk to because I didn't talk to them and now it's too late. Oh look. Hello. Which quest is this gonna trigger? Because I apparently have... I don't know. I thought I was clicking the aphid thing, but I need her for the other quest as well. Hey Xilonen, didn't expect to see you here. Hey there traveller, Paimon, what is it so weird to see me at my own home? Well no, but Paimon thought you'd found a beautiful tree to get a few days shut-eye in by now since we just solved such a big problem. I'd love to, but everyone's been busy with the reconstruction. It'd feel wrong to slack off at a time like this. This is where you decided to contribute? Here, let me show you something. Wow, what a pretty jewel. Looks very valuable, something looks off. Something looks off. Ah, sharp as always. This is a phlogiston honey pearl with a peculiar patterning that's been making the rounds recently in the market. They're usually produced by phlogiston aphids, pretty common really. But these oddly patterned ones are both novel and scarce, making them quite expensive. Someone gets it, that's just like how we love treasure chests that have awesome looking patterns on them too. Is that why we like the funky chests? I thought they just had better stuff in them. Oh. So I bought a few for my collection, and guess what? After a few days, the potted plant I was raising nearby had withered. Oh. I didn't think much of it at first. I mean, I don't know the first thing about growing plants anyway. Later, however, I heard Kachina say that some people got sick. Most of them were customers of Shevan's gemstone shop. Even Shevan herself proved no exception. Wait, did it have something to do with this gem then? I thought so too, so I smashed one open and discovered that it contained some abyssal energy. Low concentrations, of course, and isolated by the outer shell of the honey pearl itself, which made it almost undetectable. What about the victims? How are they doing now? No need to worry, the low concentration resulted in rather minor maladies, with most being sleepy or being prone to exhaustion. It hasn't had any effect on the more fit like myself or Kachina. Phew, and here Paimon thought that this might be a sticky situation. Sticky like the honey and honey pearls? I bet Paimon was thinking sticky like slimes instead. You know it, and unfortunately for us, this problem is only a threat to ordinary people, just like slimes. You two really understand one another. We totally do. Still, we've met loads of people scared stiff by slimes, so it's not like we can just ignore it because it isn't dangerous for us, right? Exactly. I already explained the situation to our chief and asked him to collect and destroy all the strange honey pearls on the market. But we still need to attack this issue at the source. My sentiments exactly. Like I said, phlogiston honey pearls are produced by phlogiston aphids. If anything solves the problem, it'll be them. I went to look for Kinich since he's got the better head for investigating between us. Yesterday he sent word that he found aphids with abyssal contamination. There was traces of their presence near the Scions of the Canopy and the people of the Springs, Wright and Keech also notified Milani. However, they're not exactly gemstone enthusiasts, so the problem didn't affect them as much. Looks like there are all sorts of lingering abyss-related issues, huh? Guess you've got to be patient. How do you plan to deal with the aphids? Catch them first, because they'll purify the level of abyssal contamination. We shouldn't need to harm the aphids. Keech has marked out places where they gather, and I'm heading to a spot near our tribe. Would you like to come along, by the way? A little bug catching sounds like fun, doesn't it? I've invited Kachina, but unfortunately she's already occupied. We thirsty to slack off. I'm game. It's like a boring gig. I'm game. Glad to have you. Would have been a boring trip otherwise. Let's head off then. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Oh. I think I triggered the other quest. Xilonen, good thing you're here. I'm wondering if I can... The shelf on the left, second row down, first axe on the right, that one's yours. The garden hoe belongs to Ikno and the hammer is Packle, so make sure you take the one that's yours. I haven't said why I'm here, but it looks like you're about to head out for a break. Yes, I'm going to take it right here. The temperature's just perfect today. Really? But doesn't it feel a lot hotter than usual? I really don't want to stay out in the heat. Exactly. In hot weather like this, customers don't tend to stick around and talk when they're coming to place orders or pick up the goods. I see. Oh, here comes another customer. I'll just leave you to it then and pick up my axe. Sure, sounds good to me. What's Paimon doing under the table? Hey, Xilonen. Kaiko, Paimon, we meet again. You two seem to be in good spirits. How's your Pilgrim's Chronicle been? Run into any issues? No, everything's fine. Good, it was also my first time receiving a Pilgrim's Chronicle, even though I've already turned it over to you. There are still a lot of things that could go wrong, so I wasn't sure if there would be any issues. So what are the chances that something might still go wrong? Less than the chances of Milani accidentally falling off a spirit way, I'd say. Oh, well, that definitely would never happen. I found the axe, Xilonen. Thanks a lot. By the way, Neka's birthday is coming up real soon. Are you planning to visit her? I prepared a gift and was just getting ready to take it to her. You're not planning on giving the kid a full set of pliers again, are you? Well, let me guess, woodworking tools? You give these kind of things as birthday presents? I don't guess it too, where can I buy them? You give these as birthday gifts? That's right, flowers will wither, toys will break, and snacks are quickly forgotten once they're eaten. But a set of durable work tools will always stay with you and get you through many sticky situations. Still, I won't be giving Neka any tools this year. She wrote me a letter saying she'd like a copy of Tackle the Brave. The book is not what you'd call a bestseller, but luckily I found a few copies in my collection. They are really old editions that were published a long time ago, but they should still be readable. Don't know rage, love fairy tales. The last time I was at Tlazolli's, I even bought Neka. Oh wait, what did I bring her again? It must have been her favourite thing, but why can't I remember it anymore? It is quite hot today. Seems you're about to pass out from the heat. Do you even remember your own name? My memory can't be that bad, it was just a few days ago. I've been forgetting things for some odd reason. In that case, why don't you use the blaze gem inscription you have as a memo to engrave some important things to remember? After all, the inscription will never wear out, so it's easy to carry. I'd say it's quite fitting use for it. You do have a point, but my inscription is almost already full. Your name is that long? Did you include all your relatives' names too? No, I engraved some wishes on my blaze gem inscription. You know, just some dreams that I have for the future and things I'd like to accomplish one day. Even though Tlazolli said that from an aesthetic point of view, it would be best for people to keep their inscription short. This ancient inscription was still made by a name engraver, the forger of ancient names themselves. Everyone thinks that the inscriptions she made might have some wondrous powers. Many people have bought blaze gem inscriptions and engraved their wishes and dreams on them in hopes that they would come true. It's kind of like a wish granter. But if you do that, won't everyone else be able to see your wishes and dreams? Imagine doing the same thing, that could be a little embarrassing. Don't worry, we usually ask Tlazolli to add the inscriptions for us. She has a unique method of engraving. With her method, the light must be at a certain angle in order to see the text. Without the right angle of lighting, the blaze gem inscription will just look like a pretty stone. That's true, in the end, the blaze gem inscription is essentially just a piece of rock. It doesn't have the power to grant people's wishes. Making wishes to it is like shouting into an echoing valley. The only one who'll answer is yourself. But using it as a journal for your wishes is also fine. Carrying them with you and taking a look from time to time can be a good source of encouragement. As long as you don't suddenly change your mind and want to take wishes back, that is. These things are truly durable and it would take a lot of effort to change the words. I don't think anyone would willingly part with it either. They're not cheap and very hard to get. If you ever lost it, you'd still be filled with regret. Oh, you'd just be filled with regret. So it's rather strange, given Auntie's skill, how could it take so long for her to make one? I hope someone didn't give her the idea of making fewer and selling for more. I know just the person who would do that. Sounds like just like one of Shevan's schemes. That's true, Shevan could totally have put that in her ear. Still, I don't think it's a bad thing for Tlazolli to make money by selling these. At least she and little Neka are better off now, and won't have to worry about the cost of treating her illness anymore. I was really worried about their family at first. I was even planning to send them some, oh, was I planning to send to Neka again? Oh, this memory of mine. Alright, if you stay out in here any longer, I'm afraid even the description won't be able to save your memory. You should go back and get some rest. Right. Please give my regards to Tlazolli and Neka. What's going on? Maybe I should just go talk to Erinil to get some medicine. So we're going to Neka's birthday party too, Xilonen? Oh, perfect then. Let's go together. Sure, but I didn't expect you to know Tlazolli too. She hasn't even been coming to the tribe much lately. So how did you get a chance to talk with her? Explain your encounter with Tlazolli to Xilonen. So that's how you met her. She even wants to use volcanic crystals as a forging material. Guess she's really pulling out all the stops for her daughter. We also want to give a gift for Neka, but we have no idea what she might like. Let's just go and ask. Come on, I want to give her the book anyway. Wait a second, aren't birthday gifts supposed to be a surprise? If we ask Neka, then she'll know what gift we'll be getting her, and that would ruin the surprise. If you don't ask her, then how will you know what kind of present she would like? Here's another idea. Perhaps you can also give her a storybook based on what she wrote in her letter. That might be a good option. Easy enough. I have loads of those in my bag. But should we give it a little more thought? If we all give her books, it might seem like we didn't put much effort into it. Xilonen, have you really never asked her what she would like the most? There must be something else she'd like besides books. Unfortunately, no. Neka's illness has been kept flaring up over the past few years. Apparently, she couldn't do anything during the time other than resting in her bed. She didn't even have the strength to talk to anyone. It wasn't until recently that she started to recover from her illness and regain the strength to write letters to others. Anyway, there's no need to overthink it. Worst case scenario, I split the book into 2 volumes and we each give her one. Great idea. Let's just go ask Neka. Yeah, even though it would ruin the surprise, we could at least get her something that would make her happy. Anyway, could you tell us a bit more about the book that you're getting her? Is it really that unpopular? A little difficult to explain. You see, there are actually 2 versions of Tekle the Brave. The premise of the book is pretty straightforward. It's basically about a set of twin brothers working to defeat a demon lord. But after defeating the demon lord, the older brother Tekle discovers the king spirit has possessed his younger brother Rimac. In the end of the original story, the older brother kills his younger brother to defeat the demon lord, before himself jumping into a volcano. Well, that's an interesting children's book? Actually, that kind of fits. A lot of children's books are a little bit grim. Specifically, the grim tales. Okay, a somewhat aged copy of Tekle the Brave. This tale comes from the desolate distant past. In those days, the mountainous teeth were still bared like blades against man and beast, thirsting for the souls of feeble-minded, human and non-human alike. People knew that the god of the mountains loved them not, and was to be given a wide berth, yet they were forced to seek shelter in caverns from the storms screaming through the wilds, or to pass one long night after the next. But these caverns, like the mountains, extracted payment from these vagrants. Countless were the tribes who lost kin to the wastes through which they stumbled blind. Valiant, Tekle's kind-hearted brother Rimac were born to one such tribe. At the hour of their birth, oh, this is quite a long... I guess I'm reading you guys a story. I hope you enjoy. The hour of their birth, a long, travelling night reigned inside and outside the caves, and though the campfires around which their tribespeople sat flickered, none were comforted by their light, the people thought. This fire shall soon go out, and once it does, so we too shall be finished. How long will this night last? I'm cold and hungry too. Let's hurry things up then quickly, let me walk into the night. Better that than its torment. Oh, you poor children, you poor children. Yet Tekle and Rimac did not announce themselves with sorrowful cries as other children did. Instead, Tekle stared into the cavern depths. The minions of the cavern did their best to frighten him, but his gaze swept over them, keen as a sharp stone spear. He has seen us, our sharp claws and long teeth, but he is not afraid. The wicked creatures whispered among themselves, anxiously and involuntarily retracted their appendages. Rimac, for his part, waved his hands and laughed, and his laughter was like pebbles tumbling into a stream, drawing the eyes of all the distressed tribespeople to his face. Only then did they notice that, though the flame wavered, it had never ceased to burn, and with another wave of his hands, Rimac patted the firewood next to him. Feed the flame, feed the flame! The elderly chief, thus reminded by the newborn boy, shouted his words aloud, repelling the fear that had been about to spoil the tribe whole. People stood and fueled the fire, and they drew their obsidian blades, casting their eyes into the cavern depths just as Tekle had. The beasts of the cavern were filled with rage and hate, but they knew that these people would not loosen their grip on their weapons, nor would their eyes be shut. Terror had already fled, and so death was forced to retreat. Only when the sun rose again did the brothers close their eyes, falling asleep in their mother's bosom. Thus did the tribespeople depart the cave. Having lived another day, these people who had rejected fear would live countless days more. Yet the defeat of her evil underlings caught the eye of their master, Kotliku, for this sort of demons who claimed to be the mother of the underworld and mistress of 10,000 times 10,000 caves, whose fangs were the rocky stalactites, whose tongue was every blast of wet, frigid wind, and who upon awakening could only be satiated by devouring 10,000 living souls. Tekle and Rimac were the first humans to slip her grasp. Shamefaced, this Earth Mother waved her hand, lashing the evil beast's cowering to the side of the rock. Go, go, redeem your humiliating failure. Capture those dim-witted mortals and fill my stomach. But having seen their fears vanquished, the people remembered well the methods of scattering those terrors time after time. They settled at the foot of the mountains, sharpened wooden stakes, lit fires, and gave the sharpest blades to their best warriors, with which they would stand guard behind the stakes. Their bright eyes pierced the wilderness beyond the firelight and did not shift their gazes away for even a moment. By blade and fire did Kotoku's minions taste defeat, time after time, until they could do nothing but huddle in the dark, daring not to draw near the flame. The fires in the hearts of the people ignited, and they began to speak of victory, of light, and of the end of the Viper. They believed in Tekle and Rimac. Those two brothers could surely keep the heat and light alive. Tekle and Rimac thought the same, and so they sharpened their spears and blades, preparing to drive the demon lord of that evil serpent to her doom. But the Earth Mother, who hated this tribe, did not relent. She took sludge from the deepest parts of the cave and pinched it into a snake. Then she plucked out her eye, setting it into the serpent's eye socket. It was that child who caused you to witness the fire, and so let me go and swallow his eyes. One evening, when the sun had just set, night's veil was slowly covering the sky, and the stars had yet to begin granting their light, the serpent spit and slew a rabbit beyond the tribe's grounds and burrowed into its skin, lying flat on the ground. A Rimac, returning from gathering herbs, came upon this rabbit, and seeing its wound, the kind child put his torch down without hesitation and reached for his herbs, and he chewed on them, preparing to apply them to the rabbit. But the snake, speaking for the Earth Mother, leaped from the wound. Hissing laughter. Ha! Ignorant, foolish human, sacrificing yourself for a lowly rabbit. Before Rimac could retrieve his torch, the Earth Mother's serpent lashed its fangs first onto his neck, then burrowing into his body, captured his heart and his soul both. The defenseless sentries were the next to be murdered by the Earth Mother, for they greeted Rimac just as they always did when he returned from gathering herbs, only to be pierced through the heart by the serpent, dying on the spot. The entire tribe's fires were put out, and amidst the shrouds of darkness, death and terror were resurgent. The Earth Mother spat the snake out, and through poison fang she cried out, "Behold, behold, you arrogant fools, and kneel as you should in the dust." But the sound of a rock being struck cut her off, for Tekle, who had been sharpening his obsidian blade, used it to create sparks that set his tent alight. He raised his blade and charged forwards, letting fly his blade at the Earth Mother's messenger. The blazing edge cleaved the poison serpent molded from soil with ease. As Tekle was about to follow through, he saw his brother's eyes and the blood staining his brother's hands. That instant was all the time the wounded Viper needed to escape. Yet nigh fully charged, it was still, and the Earth Mother's eyes reduced almost to ashes. The tribe was destroyed, and never again was there a chance it would dare defy her. Thus did the Earth Mother comfort herself as she retreated into the darkness. How Tekle wished to call out Rimac's name, but the burning dust caught in his throat, so he could only watch as his brother vanish into the night. When the night at last passed, Tekle, who stood amidst the ruins, knew that surviving prize-people could no longer stay. Burying his confusion and pain deep in his heart, he led them on a new journey. They crossed mountains and canyons, dodging fearsome beasts and poisonous insects. Tekle did not close his eyes for so long as they journeyed, nor did he dare to loosen his grip on blade or torch. Finally, by a silent volcano, they found a tribe willing to take them in. Only after he saw the last of his tribe peacefully fall into slumber under the old shaman's care did he relax and collapse to the earth. When he awoke, he found himself in a blazing cave. The lava that surrounded him undulated with an erratic pulse, as if the very mountain was slowly breathing. When he stood up, the lava boiled and bubbled, and a rumbling came from all directions. Do not search for your brother, his eyes have been devoured by a cunning serpent. But I must save him and pursue that venomous snake also. His words echoed through the cave, but the goddess of mountains and fire was silent. Tekle thus prayed unto her. Now my brother's name live on, I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood in return. The goddess answered him in the echoing cave. Thus she said, your prayer have I heard, but your brother is no longer your kin. His name has sunk into the deepest of depths. Turn my blood to fire, so my heart may illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my blood runs dry. Turn my blood to fire, and so my soul may sear and slay that serpent. I will take its head before my blood runs dry. When Tekle awoke once again, the old shaman of the tribe gave him a brand new sword, food, and water. Finally, the shaman clapped. I've switched. Finally, the shaman. Who knows? Finally, the shaman clasped his shoulders and blessed him. May your fire dry the venomous snake's venom. Thus did Tekle embark on another journey. His strength was endless, his body tireless, and his blood burned like lava. He crossed grassy fields and snowy peaks, deep valleys and high mountains, and the goddess of mountains and fires showed him the way with falling rocks and the cracks in cliffs. Thus did Tekle stride forward without hesitation. When he met his brother again, the Earth Mother mocked him once more, using Rimac's body and voice, but when her claws pierced Tekle's chest, he moved not, and instead her bones were melted by his burning blood. Tekle stared the vicious demon lord down and said in a loud voice, My brother is gentle of heart, he would surely have made this land a better place, yet you have affronted him with your poison, smothered his virtue, slaughtered those who had faith in his virtue. Die, you despicable, venomous insect, die here! As he roared, Tekle's blood stained his obsidian blade, turning it red hot in an instant. The Earth Mother watched in terror as her shell, bones, and soul were sundered. She wished to scream, but a moment in which she could unleash her claws and tear Tekle's ribbons. But she could make no sound, for in the fire's light the silent soul to whom this body once belonged awakened, and the soul cried out to his brother. I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left. Blazing flames swept over every corner of that gloomy, frigid cavern, and every last poisonous insect within was slain, burned to ash alongside every plot and scheme, so heinous and vile. As the last drops of his blood were about to burn away, the roof of the cave above Tackle's head trembled. A fissure opened and a gem fell down and stopped up his wound. The goddess of mountains and fire spoke once more, and her voice echoed across the walls. You yet have one drop of blood. Return to your tribe, for this is your mother's wish, and I will see it fulfilled. One night, the old shaman who had waited day after day beyond the tribe's bounds said to welcome the returning Tackle, but Tackle refused the water, food, and the cheers. Instead, he simply said, "The venomous snake is slain, and I am victorious, but I shall soon depart along with my brother." He took the gem from his chest, placed it upon a torch, and walked up to the side of the volcano. I have one drop of blood left, but it was not left for me, but rather for justice and fairness, for the good and the brave. Use it and light a fire, a flame that shall never be extinguished. Having said that, valiant Tackle leaped into the dead volcano. The earth was shaken by his heart and blood, and the volcano's own heart resumed beating, the blazing lava once again beginning to flow. The volcano lives, as of the bravery of all the tribes. Okay. What a interesting story. I remember there was one line that was super popular at the time, if I still remember right. After being possessed by the goddess Q, Rimac said, "I do not wish to see your blood return to ash, but I have seen the lights of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother, for as long as you remember me, I will never have left." So what about the other version of the story? The other version was released only recently. The author heard a suggestion from someone and suddenly decided to try and make a stake in the fairy tale market, so the story was revised. In the revised version, the brothers killed the demon lord together and both survived. According to the author, this gave the story a happy ever after kind of ending. However, the revised version was not well received. After a month on the market, it had hardly sold any copies, and the books were collecting dust on the store shelves. The store owner desperately tried to get rid of the book and had resorted to all sorts of promotions and discounts to sell it. Even now, the only edition of Tackle the Brave you can find in the market is the newer one, whereas the older edition is nearly impossible to find. Anyway, I couldn't bring myself to give such a poorly rated book to Neka, so I spent a few days looking and managed to find a few copies of the old edition in a warehouse. I picked out a copy that looked relatively new and wrapped it as a present for Neka. If you're interested, I can give you the extra copy to read. The pages are pretty old though, so please be gentle with it. Oh, and here's a copy of the new edition too. They gave me a free copy when I went to buy the cattle. Cottle? So that's how they're trying to sell off the book. Could it really be that bad? Even Paimon's curious now. There's 2 more for the collection. You could read them to me while we're on the road, Paimon. Okay, we have to carry Paimon for a while. Once Paimon's done reading it herself, she'll read it out for you. Let's get going. Tlazolli lives pretty far from the tribe, so it'll take us some time to get there. Okay, I guess we have triggered this quest too. I was going to do the aphid thing, but now I am unsure. However, oh no! Wasted that was. I should have used that. My bad. I wanted to see what these books are. Where'd they go? Here? No? Where would the books go? I swear we just got some books, right? I didn't just... Oh, here they are. Is that the one we just read? But what does the new one say? I don't want to read it again. But I do want to kind of... I want to see where it changes. Oh, okay. Okay, yes, we did this. We read this bit. Oh, okay. 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 What? Okay, no, we already read this. Oh. I'm so confused. I actually don't know what changed. I mean, this bottom bit obviously changed. I'm trying to find the bit. Oh. Huh? We read this. I think it just... Oh. I've seen your heart. I think this is the only bit that changed. I've seen your heart and blood. I shall give of my own. Go back now, return to your tribe with your brother. This heart and blood shall not be left for you, but rather for justice and fairness, for the good and the brave. One night they'll show many visitors. Waited the day, welcomed them both. They took the offered water and food. It said, the venom of snake slain, we are victorious. But our hearts and blood do not remain for us, but rather for justice and fairness, for the good and the brave. Light the fire, together we shall stand, and ensure the flames never extinguished. That was very similar. So what was the difference? Oh, I moved something. Oh gosh. Yeah, I fixed it. But where is it? What changed? Oh. I think it's the same. Oh, it's this bit. I don't wish to see you bloodied or whatever. It's very similar. Okay. Let's see. We haven't talked about. Oh, you've made more Kaiko lore. Remind me at the end to add it to the facts. To the Kaiko command. Please write that down somewhere and send me another copy. Oh gosh, why are you like this? Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Okay, let's pick a quest. I think we were doing the other quest though. Aphids or this? You know what? We're doing this quest now. We might as well just carry on. The aphids we can do later. Assuming the stream doesn't take... The quest doesn't take the entire stream. I believe in us. We can manage it. Okay. Now let's go this way. Let's pick up some grain fruits though. You know, while we're here. We gotta keep an eye out for any stuff. Yes, stuff. By stuff I mean chests. Oh, I do see some rocks though. I do need some rocks. Because in the last stream we found the blacksmith. And you know what the blacksmith needed? You know what he had? He had weapon blueprints. You know what he wanted in exchange for the weapon blueprints? Rocks! Specifically those blue ones. So we need to grab a few of those. Just a few. Okay. Hello! Go on now, Yangu. Neka's still resting. No. Hey, Tlazolli, we're here. Oh, what a surprise, and even Xilonen is here too. We came to visit Neka. It's been a while since I've seen you last, Auntie. I received Neka's letter. She wanted a copy of Tekka the Brave, right? I bought the book for her. There are several editions of the book in Natlan. I wasn't sure which version she'd prefer. I was a messenger from the Schemes of the Canopy. It seems this softcover edition is one of the more popular options, so I brought it for Neka. You haven't changed a bit, Xilonen. Let's go inside. I was just boiling some cattle, so you can all try some. Xilonen used to love drinking cattle when she was little, so she would always have several cups every time she came to visit me. You were already a big girl by the time I finally had my Neka. Alright, for now, let's... Oof. You good? Auntie! Let's go inside. Kaiko, please help me get her into the house. Sure thing. Oh, and Paimon will help too. Be good, Yangu, and don't get in the way. No. Alright, let's get indoors. What's your step now, Auntie? Don't mind me, I'm just stealing all of their stuff. And now I've stolen it, we can go inside. Let's go inside that little house. I hope the kid's okay. Sorry, Neka's has been flaring up recently, so I was up for a few nights. I suddenly started feeling dizzy in the sun. I hope I didn't scare you. Have a seat, I'll fetch you a few cups of cattle. Please wait a moment. Harry brought them over. Those cups for you, Auntie, Tlazolli, and these are for you too. Cattle, what does it taste like? Paimon's heard that it can be pretty bitter. Kaiko, could you give it a try first? Don't worry, Auntie always adds a lot of sugar. It won't be bitter. The last time you came to visit, you were still just a kid, but now you're a pillar of the Children of Echoes. No, all of Natlan even. It's all like the drinks I had here, and the books I happened to read. You've been close for quite some time then? We heard you two are from the same tribe, but Paimon had no idea you were so close. When I was little, my parents were always talking about how skilled Auntie was at forging ancient names, and how she was such a good role model for all the rest of us. But when I became idle at home, they would toss me into Auntie's workshop to watch and learn. Then your parents would go back, I would boil your pot as a kettle and let you play in the house. Yeah, then I would drink and continue banging away with your tools in the workshop. But eventually she moved out of the tribe to find some more space for her workshop, and I didn't have the chance to visit again after that. But why did you seem so familiar with the place when you went to the kitchen for the drinks just now? Because the layout of this place is identical to her old home. Her old house. Let me see. That should be Neka's bedroom then. That's right. I remember you used to hunker down in the room to read and draw. But you're all grown up now. Even if you wanted to live here, I'm afraid you've already outgrown Neka's bed. You seem like family. Xilonen seems just like an older sister to Neka. That's how Neka sees Xilonen too. Whenever she's feeling better, she always asks me when her pen pal sister would be coming to visit. Well, I'm here now and even brought a gift as an apology. I'll leave the book here. She said Neka asked you for the book. I hope it wasn't too much trouble to get. Really, I'm surprised she even asked you for a present. When she's at home, she even asked me for permission to eat some snacks. Maybe I mean to trick with her. She's obviously starting to like her big sister more than her own mother. Really? Well, I'd say I haven't really done enough to deserve the title of big sister. I wasn't able to help her when she was sick. I didn't even come and properly visit her that many times. The only thing I've been able to do is to help her find some books. Don't be too hard on yourself, Xilonen. You have great responsibility as a name engraver of the tribe. We both know you're far too busy to take care of her. The responsibilities on your shoulders also became far heavier when I gave up my work. I just had more important things to tend to, Auntie. No one in the tribe blames you. We all know that Neka needs her mother's care. But that doesn't change the fact that I gave up on my work, and even now I still have not found the courage to pick up my hammer again. I'm sorry to leave you to shoulder all the responsibilities alone, Xilonen. Whoa, why so somber all of a sudden? Don't be so sad. Hasn't Neka gotten better lately? Relax, Auntie, I can handle the work, but once Neka is back on her feet, you should get back to work and let me have a vacation. You'll be the one who's busy then, and I'll be staying inside drinking as a castle and cheering you on. If that day really comes, you can have as much of the castle as you like. So, how did Neka get so sick? Is her condition really that serious? If you asked me before, I wouldn't have been able to talk about it. But now she's gradually recovering, I've also gained the courage to face what happened back then. Neka's illness actually originates from the abyss. Oh, maybe we can fix it then! That night, I was in the tribe having a discussion over the forging of new ancient names. Before we could finish our discussion, the alarm started to ring outside. A horde of monsters from the abyss suddenly attacked the tribe, so everyone banded together to fight them off. I joined the fray as well, and it wasn't until the monsters were repelled that I got back home with some guards in the tribe, but Neka was gone. I can't remember how long I spent searching for her, maybe 2 or 3 days. In the end, we found Neka at the bottom of a short cliff. She was holding a dried up embercore flower in her hand, and there were traces of abyssal corruption around her wounds. I know it was all my fault. Before the incident, Neka had asked if I could forge an ancient name for her. Focused me to the times I told her that if she could find an embercore flower, I would use it as material to forge for an ancient name. Oh, Neka, my daughter, my Neka. I was holding her in my arms, but no matter how many times I called her name, she wouldn't open her eyes and look at me. I was the one who decided to move my workshop to the outskirts of our tribe for work, and I was the one who left her alone at home. Oh, my daughter, my Neka, why did you have to suffer like this? Whoa, hey, it's okay, right? Neka's getting better. She already has the strength to write letters now, doesn't she? Well, Xilonen has even brought her a gift. Please drink some water first, things will get better. Sorry, I just can't control myself whenever I remember that time. Phew, alright, it's not every day that we get guests. I really shouldn't be crying like this. I asked someone to buy some ingredients for me, so why don't you stay for dinner tonight? I'll make some shrimp, bisque, grilled fish in mint sauce, and tower tacos. Will help, this sounds like a lot to make, and we don't want to tire yourself out. Let me flex my cooking skills. Let's start with fried egg. Let me flex my cooking skills. Thank you both, but don't worry, it's just a few dishes, I'll be fine. You three just need to make sure everything gets eaten up. I can't eat a lot these days. Oh, we haven't had anything to eat yet, so don't worry, we'll make sure that there are no leftovers. I promise the plates will be picked clean. I can eat entire fish myself. I promise the plates will be picked clean. It just occurred to me that Xilonen likes to eat cheesy crab hot pot. Why don't I make that instead of the grilled fish and mint sauce? I remember you don't like picking up fish bones. Both are fine with me. I've learned to just chew up the fish bones now. Come on now. If you don't want to pick out the bones, I can just take them out for you. Anyway, for dessert, would you like cup of grain fruit or chocolate? Cup of grain fruit. Chocolate. How about a cup of grain fruit mixed with chocolate? Okay, got it. I'll start cooking, but could you do me a favour in the meantime? I ordered a bunch of ingredients and they should be here any minute now. Would you go check by the door and see if they're already here? If so, please bring them in. Come on, Xilonen, stop laying around. You shouldn't nap before dinner. It'll ruin your appetite. Hey, I'm not a kid anymore, you know? You don't have to worry about my appetite. That's besides the point. If you don't watch out for your health while you're still young, then when you get older, you'll... Alright, I'm getting up. This is so wholesome. We're having dinner, we're at Auntie's house, all is well. We'll go check on the ingredients with Xilonen. It isn't far, so it shouldn't take us long. Ah, that kid. That kid, she's just like Mecha. Ooh, let's see, what else is there? Can we break into the rooms? Oh, no, fake door. Oh! Is that time you gotta go? Okay, have a good rest of the week, and hopefully I will see you on Sunday. Have fun! I don't know what you're doing, but have fun! Okay, now let's go down here. Let's go. Okay, let's see if we can grab the food deliveries. Oh, have fun anyway. You got this. Okay, no one's come to deliver the ingredients yet. Paimon thought we'd see someone come flying down on a Yamka as soon as we came out. No matter different skins of the canopy, she wouldn't be flying here. They usually come climbing down the cliffs nearby. We need to look, there isn't anyone on the cliffs. So should we keep walking? Maybe the delivery person got lost? I just saw a ghost. What? Hey there, sorry, but does Tlazolli live around here? Oh, are you the one who's supposed to be delivering the ingredients? I don't see any ingredients. Ingredients? Are you kidding? I was nearly eating myself. Ah, never mind that now. This monster's still hot on my heels. Please, you gotta help me. Xilonen, huh? Where'd she go? Oh, she's already gone up to fight the monsters. Let's go help her out now. Oh! I want to fight the baby. Oh! I stopped paying attention, which was dangerous. Okay. I don't want to fight the baby! No! Oh! Too late, I already fought the baby. Oh no. Oh no. You can jump over things? Wow. Oh wait. That's the guy who likes fire. Alright, that shouldn't be it for the monsters. It was easier than I thought. This means we're in luck. The goods weren't damaged either. Strange, we didn't see any monsters on the way here. For the terrible luck, you didn't provoke them, did you? You're right, I use this road to live. Yeah, right, I use this road to deliver goods all the time, and I've never been attacked like this before. It's the main road in and out of the tribes. People often come here to clear out any monsters. This area is usually very safe. I don't know what happened, but it seems like all the monsters around here have gone berserk. Even the docile Technosaurs are in a frenzy. Tlazolli doesn't even forward her names anymore, so why can't she just move back to the tribe? If she comes back, Naka will even be able to find some playmates. She's so young and hasn't even... Naka's playmates. No, wait, I feel like my kids have played with her before. They even told me about Naka's favourite game, if I remember right. It was... Huh? Strange, I always remembered it before. How could I forget all of a sudden? Look at that, he has a blaze gem inscription too. Uh-oh. So luck shouldn't be the problem. Seems there's just quite a market for those inscriptions. So luck shouldn't be a problem. You should go back to the tribe. It seems like you're quite scared today. We'll take the ingredients back for you. I'll carry these bags, you two carry the rest. Sure thing, Paimon can help too. Oh sure, Paimon can take care of these grapefruit that fell out of the bag. If you say so, thank you so much. I guess today's just a really bad day for me to go outside. I'm sus about the forgetting things and the ancient name. Well, they're not the blaze gem inscriptions. There's a link there. That's so weird. Why is everyone we've run into today having trouble remembering stuff? And they're all carrying blaze gem inscriptions. I'm not sure how to say it, but she's got a strange feeling about this, like it's all somehow related. Once you live long enough, you'll eventually start experiencing strange days like this. Let's bring the ingredients back to Tlazolli, otherwise we won't have anything to eat tonight. This is very suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. And who is outside her house? Oh, wait. This is not her house, this is a random little outpost? He's got some stuff. He does not have any more stuff. I have taken all the stuff. Okay, let's come up here. We don't have to play that. Okay. Ooh. Don't mind me, just stealing all the vegetables. We might need those for dinner. Ah, you're finally back. What took you so long? I was starting to worry. We ran into some small problems, but everything's fine now. Alright, as long as everything's okay now, you'll have a seat. I'll go get the food ready. It won't take long. Tlazolli gets to work on the food after cooking for some time. Dishes are set on the table, one after another. Wow, there's so much tasty food. You're amazing, Tlazolli. They were all pretty simple dishes to make. Don't be shy. Dig in, everyone. What would you like to start with, Paimon? No flag on the table, Paimon. What would you like to start with, Paimon? Paimon will help herself. Paimon will have some of this and this. Oh, and this. Can I get another serving, please? You're done already? Do you even chew when you're eating? Of course. Didn't I say that I chew up the fish bones? I'll just have one more fish and eat the rest for Neka. It's okay, just go ahead and eat all you'd like. Neka can't eat these dishes anyway. Her body is too weak to digest this kind of things. I'll just make some broth for her. Oh no, but Paimon thought she'd already recovered from her illness. Injuries caused by the abyss cannot be undone. The doctor said the fact that she's stable is already quite a miracle. No, but it's okay, Neka can talk to me now and even hold my hand. That's more than I could ask for. Even if she will never again know that I'm her mother. What? What do you mean? The doctor said the abyss has had an irreversible effect on Neka's soul. She's lost all her memories. She's lost all her memories from before she was injured. The doctor also said that this sort of memory loss isn't like simply forgetting something. Rather, she can no longer remember anything from before that fateful day. But how does it happen? You know about the woven scrolls that the Master of the Night Wind used to record things, right? Well, generally speaking, forgetting things is like when the woven scrolls would gradually start to fade. As long as you repaint and weave the threads again, the faded memories will come back to life. But the case of Neka's memory loss is as if her woven scroll had been cut in two and the portion from the past was burned to ashes. The book she loves to read, the flower she took joy to grow, and the time she spent in this house were all cut off by the abyss and can never be retrieved again. As one example of that, Neka now only sees me as a strange, unfamiliar auntie who claims to be her mother. She's a good kid, doesn't want to upset this lady who's been taking care of her so much, so she still calls me mum. But I've always had a feeling that she's constantly wondering about things like, where is her real mother? Why is she stuck here in this house? Was she abandoned? Oh no! Neka really has no idea that her real mother is right in front of her and has never left. Do you plan on recreating Neka's woven scroll all by yourself? Oh. What do you mean? Oh. Or should I say you've already started reweaving the scroll long ago? A beige inscription? Whose is it? Delivery guys. I saw it hanging from his waist, so I asked to borrow it from him. Don't worry, I'll return the inscription to him once we've figured everything out. These things aren't cheap after all. When did you know? I noticed it back when blaze gem inscriptions suddenly became popular among the tribe. It was then that I also noticed that everyone wearing blaze gem inscriptions had varying degrees of memory loss. Kaiko, you picked up on it too, haven't you? Everyone's memory loss has something to do with Neka. Accessories made using ancient name forging techniques. For what's only supposed to be a pretty souvenir, the inscription contains a phlogiston engraving with a truly overkill level of complexity. The shape and pattern of these engravings are also identical to that of an ancient name. Making just a few slight adjustments to the layout and connections of the main pattern, you can pretty much qualify this blaze gem inscription as a bona fide ancient name. And yet, you've never told anyone about these engravings and the blaze gem inscription that can be activated at any time. Am I right, Auntie? Uh-oh. I always knew you were a sharp one, Xilonen. That's right, I have a way to cure Neko and restore her memories. It's actually quite simple. I want to forge an ancient name for Neko that contains all her past memories. We're going to make an ancient name for Neko, but ancient names must be approved by the Way Orb. And the reason they must be approved by the Way Orb is because the memories they bear are all stored within the ley lines. Extracting those memories from the ley lines requires the Way Orb's assistance. But your plan wouldn't need to do any of that, right, Auntie? Your Blaze Gem inscriptions will help you complete that part of your plan in the ley lines place. You'll be using the inscriptions to form a massive memory bank for Neko. And the ancient name you're trying to forge will be used to extract corresponding memories from the memory bank. The memory bank? Wait, so the reason people were having trouble remembering stuff is because the Blaze Gem inscription took away any memories related to Neko? Even though Neko has forgotten her own past, her life was still witnessed by other people. Using other people's memories of Neko to reconstruct her past, this is the first time I've heard of such an idea. You've seen through my plans, Xilonen. You're as outstanding as ever, far more brilliant than me. I intend to use this method to collate all the memories related to Neko and allow her to regain her past again. But wouldn't extracting memories like that hurt the person carrying the Blaze Gem inscription? Not at all. Every time a Blaze Gem inscription extracts memories, the process is under my precise control. That way there's no chance of anyone in the tribe getting hurt. This is the central inscription that controls all the other Blaze Gem inscriptions, which will also soon serve as Neko's ancient name. You made all of this yourself, Tlazolli? Even though it's not an official ancient name, there's still a lot to do on your own. Yes, it was lots and lots of work, it was truly exhausting, or perhaps I've just grown old. You saw it yourself, I nearly fainted just from being in the sun. It could collapse tomorrow or even in the next few moments, but Neko's ancient name is still far from completion. I solved the issue of storing memories, but I still don't know how to connect Neko up to this central inscription. I thought you just modify your own ancient name. I considered it, but this matter doesn't have anything to do with my ancient name. It's of no help to me, and I don't need its help now. You know the price to pay for making something like this? Yes, I do, but as long as I can get my Neko back, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Otherwise, Neko won't have any chance of reclaiming her past once I'm dead and gone. She'll remember me, and she won't even remember why her name is Neko. When the time comes, she will be left to drift around the world all alone, unknowing of where she came from and where she should go. She's my daughter, the one to whom I gave the Neko name. Whether it be as her mother or as a name engraver, I can't simply stand by and let her name disappear. Xilonen, should I think about this for a moment? Let her decide what to do. Let her think about it. I'll take this essential inscription with me. I'm going to completely disassemble it to confirm its components and uses. I won't make any promises until I've checked everything. Say goodnight to Neko for me, Auntie. Oh wait, I also have finished the inscription for Kaiko and Paimon. Let me fetch them for you. But we don't know anything about Neko. Are these just gifts? I'm sorry it took me so long to finish them. Hold on, Auntie. Kaiko and Paimon have never met Neko before, so you can't draw any memories from them. This wasn't my intention. They're just ordinary gifts. Please take them. Oh, there must have been a noise. What was that noise? And Neko must have woken up and wants to get out of bed on her own. Sorry, I'll go check on her first. Neko, don't try to get out of bed. Just tell Mom if you need anything. You go ahead and take care of Neko, Auntie. So, Kaiko and Paimon, there are a few things I want to tell you. Oh, you're about to find out that Neko is, like, not real. Let's go back to the tribe first. There are some things I need to get from my workshop. Disassembling the central inscription is not going to be easy. I have a horrible feeling this is going to be like that quest we did where the mother forgot. No, like her kid was gone and she forgot. Well, I don't think she forgot. She just didn't want to remember. And so she kept pretending he was alive and well. And I have a horrible feeling it's going to be like that. I hope not, but it's not looking good. Oh, hello. Stoic 69? Huh? Yes, I'm British. Just because I talk too fast. I talk very fast. But I'm chill. And yes. Stoic. What did I say? Stoic? Ugh. Stoic. That makes no sense. But yes, I'm British. You two can wait outside for a moment. I just gotta go in and grab something. The workshop is a little messy, so unfortunately I won't be able to show you around. I want to have a look. That's what I like best. I want to have a look. Okay, I guess we're not allowed to have a look. That's not really what I mean. It's not the mess, that's really the problem. It's just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Books, files, even ancient texts I got from Masters of the Night Wind. Everything's piled up to the ceiling, you probably won't know where to step once you're inside. Kashina suffered quite an unfortunate series of events the last time she went inside. I suppose it was my fault for being so focused on searching for the information at the time that I forgot to lock the door. After entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the Master of the Night Wind. Then she turned around and knocked over a huge stack of forging blueprints. Trying to step out of the way, but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then boom, the forging blueprints came crashing down right on top of her head. Oh no! That was of her. Was Kachina okay? She's lucky and just in time. I found Kachina in a daze and managed to save her before an entire set of the history of the Children of Echoes was about to bury her. I then dragged her up to the second floor. Ever since then, Kachina always waits outside the door and doesn't dare take a step in whenever she comes to see me. Are there really that many books inside? I thought a workshop was supposed to be full of tools. Yeah, you're an artisan and craftsman after all. We thought there would be weapons and armor hanging all over the place. But it seems more like a library than a workshop. Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which is much trickier than making swords and tools. Aside from the necessary craftsmanship, I also need to consult many ancient texts. You probably already know that ancient names represent a certain spirit, behind which are countless related stories that support it. In other words, the essence of an ancient name is a physical manifestation of a certain spiritual will. And as a name engraver, when I'm working on ancient names, I'm not only trying to give it a physical shape, but more importantly, I'm also trying to understand the spirit contained within the name. And to do that, I have to collect as many related stories as possible and read through them all. And as you might know, people tend to add a lot of extraneous details when it comes to stories about themselves. As stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather other related stories or information as cross-references. This way I can filter out all the absurd and exaggerated details and restore the person's life to its true nature. Only in true stories can you find the authentic spirit, and this is the only way for the spirit to become an ancient name that matches its essence. We've heard about the concept behind ancient names before, but after hearing you explain the details, Paimon can't help but think that ancient names are really powerful. If only they could be even more powerful. No matter how powerful ancient names could be, they could never be able to suddenly turn into a blade, or allow you to smash through an entire cliff in one punch. It's just a form of spiritual power that's passed down from generation to generation. It doesn't have that kind of physically tangible effects. Take your own names for example. From the moment you appeared in this world, some people had already prepared a blessing for you. The person that then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it to you as a gift. It may feel like the moment you receive your name is already in the past, but it will always stay with you and move with you into the future. Names are blessings from the future from people standing in the past. That's what Auntie Tlazolli once told me. With this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into their future. To put another way, it's like having a lamp in your hand as you walk through the darkness of night. Oh, Paimon gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly. But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And, well, you might still get tired, but it'll still be a whole lot better than walking alone. Kaiko always has Paimon by her side though, so she'll never have to worry about that. Aww. Oh, Paimon's sure many wish that they could be in your shoes, Kaiko. Please, you're always the one to get tired when we're on the road. The Paimon's always fine. Of course she gets tired. But we're already getting off topic. We can talk about this later. Try not to fall asleep on me next time, at least try not to eat so much. Try not to fall asleep on me next time. Anyway, this is what Tlazolli told me when I was training as a name engraver. To be honest, I've only ever understood 20% of what she said at most. I've never been able to figure out the rest. But doesn't that basically mean you don't get it? Well, that's not entirely true. Auntie and I have at least come to consensus on the most important thing. I'm sick of talking. We can talk about this more later. Please wait a moment while I grab my things. Xilonen opens the door and walks into a workshop. Some unsettling crashing sounds come from the workshop, followed by some agonizing creaks and squeaks. Eventually, Xilonen rushes out the door with a box in her arms. She then turns around and kicks the door closed, shutting the sound of dusty books falling to the ground inside. Ooh. Did you hear a whole section of something collapse in there just now? It's fine, it's fine. It's just a bunch of very old ancient name records. I've already made copies of them. I kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so it wasn't easy to take out. I had to resort to brute force. Come on, let's get to disassembling. Let's go to disassemble the central inscription. It shouldn't take long. Okay, I guess we gotta... Where are we going? Over there. Why are we going over there? We can just teleport there? That'll probably be easier. Okay. Okay. Where are we going? Oh, she's over here. here we are, this is the place. This cliff is pretty high, what are we going to do here? Are we going to climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down the cliff? We're disassembling it, not destroying it, Paimon. I'm sure Xilonen knows what she's doing. I'm going to use Physician to make an engraving circle on the cliff wall that will allow me to investigate the internals of the central inscription. And let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still an apprentice the last time I used it. Before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an ancient name, with Physician, we always use this to draw out the engraving diagram on a cliff or open ground. Only after we've confirmed that Physician can flow properly through the internal engravings can we start formally working on the small internal engravings of the ancient name. If we want to dismantle the crystal inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing. We don't want to engrave such a large diagram with my bare hands. Oh, so you'll be able to see what it looks like on the inside without ruining Tlazolli's inscription. For the most part, if it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, I'd just take it apart and pull Physician into the internal engravings to see everything. But since it's the central inscription, it would be better not to destroy the blessing that Auntie had prepared for Neka. So, Xilonen, does that central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names, or the other 80% you don't understand? It's a good question. The 80% chance that it's part of the 20%. Don't worry, as I said, Auntie and I are share an understanding of the most important principle, which is names are intrinsically valuable. Only by having names can things be sorted and categorized. They allow the world to become more orderly and identifiable. For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 30% purity and no more than 3% of impurities. Without specifying names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one? No, not that one either. You see what I mean? Names are a crucial part of how we standardize our workflow. Without names, the work would be impossible. Makes sense. You're talking about it from a technical perspective. Yes, because forging ancient names is first and foremost a technical job. There's no debating that. As for the questions of why it's important, as long as it does not affect your ability to perform the work, you'll gradually understand it as you put the process into practice. You really care about efficiency above all else. Sounds like the most efficient approach. You really care about efficiency. After all, creating an ancient name is quite the complicated process. Let me break it down to you, fella. You're not in the right tribe. Right now. We're not in the right tribe now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient names, I'm assigning nicknames to the heroes in Natlan's history. Giving someone a name is a subjective expression. You need to express your hopes and wishes for them. But giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. To come up with a fitting and accurate nickname requires much thought and observation. If ancient names and nicknames aren't descriptive enough, no one will remember them anyway. So the best I can do is gather all the information I could and try to come up with the most fitting nickname possible. Even a minor mistake in the process could cause people to misunderstand the nickname. For a name engraver such as myself, such mistakes would be considered a major blunder. Paimon, nicknames are your specialty. See, your nicknames need more thought and observation, Paimon, nicknames are your specialty. I'm reason trying to come up with a nickname for Xilonen. Besides, all of Paimon's nicknames have been very descriptive, everyone can remember them. Now I'm curious, why don't you come up with one for me? Huh? Are you serious? Of course, this is also my line of work, you know. Go ahead. Nickname, Xilonen chooses Physician to forge weapons and make names for others. Don't overstress, Paimon, you better make it a good one. Don't overstress, Paimon. Smith? Not bad, and quite fitting too. I'll remember it. But you should also keep observing my work, Paimon. Maybe you could come up with an even better nickname. Right, time to make like a smith and start smithing. Watch closely. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again, and have a great day.